Hello Scrapbookers, it is Katie Scott and I have a story that I'm hot to tell, and it has to do with these two emails that I printed out and something that happened today that I'm kind of upset about, and I want to artistically express it. So I have, and this is about something happened with my son at school today that just like completely just... Like, I wrote a mean email, and then my daughter also wrote a mean email, and it wasn't mean, but it was just, you know, it was filling out, like, this is the situation that happened, and this is what you did, really? So, anyways, and I won't go too much into detail with that, but what I want, the story that I want to tell is about how, you know, my son has, and I've mentioned this before, but my son has ADHD, and it's a struggle, and so it's a lot of times frustrating on people within the family, but I'll tell you what, if you're mean to my boy, watch out, because my daughter and I will stand up for him. And so she wrote this email, and I was a little bit like, oh, you know, I didn't know she was going to do it. She didn't ask me. But I was also like, so I was a little bit cringing, but also a little bit like really proud that she was standing up for her brother. So I pulled these papers, and these are by Teresa Collins, and this is the Extreme Boy Collection. And so I want to use some of these papers. And then I don't have a design idea in mind or anything like that. These are from Creative Imaginations, and they're different, totally different kit, but kind of the same color scheme. So that's what I'm going to be working with today. But I don't know like how that's going to manifest. But what I want to do is to find a photo of maybe the three of us, or maybe just him, or maybe her and him. It's the idea of you stand up for your brother, and if somebody messes with him, then you've got us to answer to. Okay, so okay, these are pictures from our cruise last year. She's making an ugly face on that one. That's a possibility. Like, but it's not super in love with that. I really just don't need the context of the cruise, but this binder, this storage binder, happened to be on my table, and so I thought I would just use that, look at that first. So I don't, when I make these videos, I usually don't have very much in mind. So here's one of me and my son. So I could crop that down, and that would make one good picture. And then if I would use this, then I would want to find maybe one of the two of them. Can you hear them? They're home. Maybe one of the two of them where she's like looking like she's kind of standing up for him. And okay, this was spring break last year, and so we don't have any plans yet for spring break this year. I'm in the midst of like maybe making some very last minute plans. I kind of like this one. We're in the shark, but that kind of gets like way off topic, but like, you know, you bite us, we'll bite you back. We're not really like that, but this situation like just really got our dander up, and it was just really insensitive and wrong, and yeah, we were just really like shocked and surprised and saddened that somebody did something mean to him today. And we just, yeah, we're not down with that. Okay. So I'm not finding a picture of the two of them. I did have some kind of in the beginning here. And sometimes I have the photos like underneath. So there's another one of me and him. Let's see if I can find one of her and him. So kind of like the downfall to these storage binders is if you have photos like underneath, then you don't really necessarily see them. But it's okay. And I could look at a more current storage binder. I probably should. Grr, I really don't want to. Okay, these are potentials because these are this was this little boat ride we took, and I got a bunch of pictures of the two of them. Let me see if there's one where they're kind of close together. There's the two of them. Not sure this really conveys what I want it to. These photos. They really don't. So I am going to backtrack, and yeah, I spent a little time looking through those. I'm going to be right back with some more current photos. Okay, actually I have a little drawer right here on my desk, and let me see if I can show you. Right here. Okay, so there's some photos right in here. And okay, this is better because he's got his school uniform on. So I just need to find one more of him with her, and maybe if I got one with the school uniforms, well, that would be fantastic. Oh my goodness, they're so loud. So I'm just kind of flipping through these photos, and it is going to be kind of hard to find one. Oh, I did. Well, I found one, but it's like in a furniture store and really doesn't relate to the story at all. Darn it. Let's keep looking. Yeah, these photos in this drawer are just really random. I just throw them in as I'm not using them. And so, who knows what I'll find. These aren't very organized, so the storage binders that I keep are a little bit more organized. Oh, come on. I just need one picture. I have a different picture of her with her school friends, but I don't think that really relates either. So I'm not going to use that one. Okay. So I do have some photos that are from a trip we took to Georgia. And I think that I will be able to find a photo of the two of them. I hope. So again, it will be kind of out of context, but okay, this seems really out of context, but they had so much fun together tubing that if I can't find anything, that's going to be my picture, because they like declared that they were friends. You know, like they really bonded on that trip. It's still not my favorite photo for the page, but it's close, and it's probably closer than anything else I've seen so far. Oh, I have some. Okay, this is a trip to Disney World, but it's like the two of us, and Allison has kind of a crazy look on her face. which kind of like goes along with her crazy email. Let me just look a little bit more here. Because I'm not like, oh, this is the one, you know? I'm not in love with any of these photos yet. And I might not be. Okay. Yeah, I think that I'm not going to find the perfect photo. I even have some more. Huh. Can you hear them? They're outside screaming their heads off. But probably getting along, so I'll take it. Right? Okay. I don't think I see anything that's really going to work here. Oh, maybe. Here's something from Halloween. And this is possible. Okay, the challenge here would be like the photos would be different orientations. But I think I like that better than the other two photos. So I put those two photos back, and I know I wasn't careful about them. Okay, here's a different one where they're walking along, so it's the right orientation. Yeah, this so doesn't have anything to do with Halloween, but it is during the school year, so I think I like that a little bit better. All right. I think I'm going to use, I'm not sure, so I'm going to keep both of those out. I told them I was coming up here, and so I think they were like, oh, we're going to go in the backyard and act like wild hooligans. So that's what they're up to. Okay, so I have these two emails that I want to put on the page, but I'm not going to put them, I don't really want to share them with the world. So they are going to go into a pocket on the page. So I already know part of the page is going to be a pocket. I've got these 3 photos, but I probably just want to use 2 of them. Maybe 3. I don't know. It's possible I might use 3. I have 2 of those flames. I'm not super crazy about these patterns, although my son really, like, if he sees a car and it has flames on it, he thinks that's so awesome. So sometimes, you know, use okay, I like this. This is from 7 Gypsies, and I just have this in here, but it's like text, and you can't really read the text, but I like that idea for the pocket because there's the, you know, I could put the email in there. And also I think this could be a good, like, kind of photo mat for these photos. Maybe. Yes. I like that. Alright, so that's going to be my pocket. Now, I just need to get, like, the base of the page, and it could be this kind of brown color. That would be fine. It could be that red color. I think that could also be fine. I almost want to use that red color because we were kind of like steaming mad. So let's use those 2, and then we'll go from there. So when I make a pocket page, what I first want to do is to make the pocket. 2 sheets of that. Boy, they're just, they're loud. They are, it's okay. They're loud. They're outside, so they're using their outdoor voices. So the thing I'm going to do to make this pocket is first, I like to use machine stitching when I make a pocket page. So if I just put the pocket like this and I didn't stitch along here first, then I would like stitch it to the back. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to stitch that down first. And then let's just kind of measure a little bit. It's going to go like this. So let's cut it right about here. I'm going to use my guillotine cutter. And so I'm cutting it to about 9 1/4. That seems fine. They're seriously like screaming, but a mom can differentiate like the bad screams from the good screams, and they're having like good we're having fun screams. And my in-laws are my next door neighbors, so I don't think we're upsetting anybody. Okay, so I've got my sewing machine out. I just kind of wonder if you can hear them. It's okay. They probably need to blow off some steam. Okay. So here I am going to do that 1 stitch across the top for the pocket. And then I'm going to stitch it to the background. And machine stitching is my favorite way to adhere a pocket. And for a while, like it was a while ago, but maybe about a year or so ago, my sewing machine wasn't working, and it was like I felt like I couldn't even scrapbook because I use, pardon me, I have allergies, and so when I get I'm allergic to our new dog. So I'm just putting the 2 pieces together, and I'm not adhering them in any way. I'm just going to start sewing, and hopefully that will be fine. Okay, so that'll just be a second here. Again, I make my videos in real time, so you see exactly how long it takes for me to make the page. Okay. And I usually don't have much of a plan when I hit the record button. So you see the whole concept in the process. That's my goal anyways. Or that's really just an easy way for me to make the videos. Almost done. Okay. And so I've had a bit of a creative slump lately. I wouldn't really call it scrapper's block because I wanted to scrapbook, and it was just that like we have had a lot of stress in our family, and because of school this year, it's just been like one of those years. Hard year. But so we've been just devoting a lot of time and energy to that, and sometimes like when you're just emotionally drained, I think that can be a time when it's harder to be creative. And so when that happens to me, I don't get all upset about it. Well, I get a little upset about it, but not, it doesn't like, I don't worry that I'm never going to scrapbook again. I just give myself that time and space to feel ready to scrapbook again. So even though we had, so I get the emails in there, ta-da. So even though at Get It Scrapped, we had this Calvin Ball challenge to see who could make the most scrapbook layouts in 1 month. And like Celeste Smith is totally blowing everybody away. I thought I would be, you know, in the one of the top contenders. Not this month. I can speed scrap with the best of them, but this was just a really difficult month for me. So even though I really wanted to participate more, I gave myself the time and space to kind of, you know, it's okay, you know, like, you don't have to scrapbook all day, you know, you can have times in your creative process where you're going to be less productive than other times. And sometimes you need those times of rest to actually, to be better overall. So that's my story. But I feel like I'm back, and I feel like I am feeling that creative flow again. I don't think there's any way I'll ever catch up with Celeste Smith over there in the Get It Scrapped gallery. She's made like 5 bazillion layouts. And they're all cute. She is a scrapbooker who I've admired for a long time. She was she used to do layouts for Simple Scrapbooks magazine, and now she teaches a lot for Masterful Scrapbook Design, and she's on some other creative teams. I don't know what though. I mean, something. Okay, so here's the basic layout. And I think I want to kind of move it this way a little bit and up. And my title might go here, or it might go this way, and I might put some kind of another something down here. I would sort of like to have a piece of vellum that I could kind of put, because I kept saying this. We had, Get It Scrapped has a program this week, Style is Leverage, or Finding Your Style, or something. I can't remember what she called it. Something like about finding your style in scrapbooking, which is always kind of a concept that I reject, because I feel like I don't have a style, and I'm not particularly worried about it. Like, I'm just fine with not having a style. But I probably do have a style, and everybody probably does. Anyways, we're having there's like a live chat every night, which is awesome. And so I was in on that, and I kept saying, like, put some vellum underneath it. And then I kind of thought, maybe I'm just the person that needs to put vellum. So I found this. It's not vellum, but it is script, and it is like kind of different. And we are like angry letter writing here. So I kind of like that concept. And it still brings some attention to the photos, even though it's kind of busy. I like it anyways. And I think one of these maybe can go into this space. Not this one in particular, but I think I can figure something out there. So I believe in this concept called pick it and stick it. So I'm going to stick down these photos, even though I don't completely know what I'm going to do with the rest of the layout. Like, I sort of do. I have an idea, but I don't. It's not set in stone or anything. So I think a lot of people would space out the rest of their items and embellishments and titles and journaling and blah, blah, blah before they started sticking things down. But I like to stick things down while I'm working so that now the decision of where do the photos go, that's off the table. So I can then move to the next decision. And I'm not second guessing myself. Occasionally I will, I will unadhere things, but by adhering them, it does make it a little bit more difficult to do that. So then I'm like a little less likely to second guess myself. It's just a way that I use to make it keep going. Okay. So here we go. Okay, let's look through these embellishments. Let's see if there's anything that's gonna work in this space. Not, oh boy, not flirt. Not for a long time. Tough, extreme. Now that could describe my daughter and I. And if I use this, what I would want to do is, because I left gutters in between these photos, is I'd actually want to trim this photo down, probably. I really like that extreme. Because we did have kind of an extreme reaction. Like, I hope we don't get into too much trouble, but I felt pretty strongly. So, yeah. Let's use that extreme. Sometimes your first impulse is the right one. Not always. Maybe the angry letters could have been written a little more subtle, but sometimes you should go with your gut. So that's what I did. And that's what I do with my scrapbooking too. There's this saying, like, how you do anything in life is how you do everything in life. And I'm not generally a person that likes to get into it, even though I am a lawyer. I don't really, I don't seek out confrontation. It's not, I'd rather, I like to resolve things. But occasionally, like, I'll get my dander up and yeah. There's one called Attitude. That might be cute up there. And I forgot what I was saying. Anyways. I think I'm going to put that attitude up here. Right onto that Gmail. And I'm just going to leave the Gmails as is. I'm not going to mess with them too much. So there are the emails, the angry emails. They're not that angry, but a little. I could even write, I almost want to write like angry emails and then Mac, we've got your back, like kind of in like almost like a title. And because this really tells the story, or tells most of the story, I don't feel like I really need to journal that much. And then after that, I'm just, it's just a matter of, do I need to embellish? And so, yeah, let's do that. Angry emails, Mac, we've got your back. So I need some letter stickers. And I don't really have them in this pack. I've got some letters, but they seem like kind of huge, so I'm not going to use these, and I'm kind of on the fence as to whether I should keep these letters with this pack or put them in my letter drawer. I think for now I'm going to just keep them in this pack. but I don't have, I think they're too big for that space. So I have letter sticker drawers that I really love using, and they are arranged by color and also by whether they're dimensional letter sticker or a flat letter sticker. So I'm opening up my flat letter sticker, and the first thing that kind of looks, jumps out at me are these green letters, which don't really, I wouldn't have gone for green, but I like the look of them. Let me see how they fit. Oh, I don't have an A. Use an upside down. They do fit. Can you hear them? All right, let's try it and see how far we get. Angry. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to use the whole, this will not go the whole way. And so do I need to make that little A? I think I can. Let's try to do it with this little dash. Oh, I think my husband's home. And, yeah, because the screaming stopped. That's pretty funny. Okay, just a little bit more. So I may need to pause and go do some wifey, mommy things, but I'll be right back. All right, I'm just cutting that all the way down so then I can get this. It doesn't look perfect, but you can see that it says angry now. Angry. Yeah. It's okay to have angry emotions in your scrapbooks, especially if it's standing up for your brother. Okay, I'll be right back. Hey scrapbookers, I'm back, and I did Get It Scrapped has a Style is Leverage series this week, and so I sat in on that, and so I'm back, and I was working on this angry email, Mac, we've got your back, and I just happen to have this little, like, sticker that is, I have a bunch of things like stickers stuck to my tripod. So I have this sticker of a, typewriter, and this wasn't a layout. I mean, we didn't type it, but my daughter and I I wrote kind of an angry email, and then my daughter wrote one as well. Everything's all resolved at this point. We've talked to the other person and everything's fine, but we were pretty hot about it earlier today. So there's a sticker. It's a little wrinkly, but no big whoop. And so that's the start of my embellishment. I can talk. So I'm going to finish doing my title, and then I'm going to add probably 2 more embellishments. One, I have this little, I really shouldn't have stuck so many things to my tripod because they were stickier than probably I imagined. Here is kind of it's like a clip. So I'm wondering if I can get it like on here somehow. It would really go like up against the top of this, but I feel like I need to cut the bottom off just a little bit. So I'm not sure I'm going to use that. I'll stick that back. Okay, so let's finish up this title. So I want to probably use angry and then email. I want the word email to be in red, like this is in red. I know it's not, you probably can't, I guess you can see that kind of a little bit. Okay, and I don't want it to be dimensional. I don't have enough letters there. Let's try again. Alright, I'm going for the basic gray letters. I've been doing a lot of these lately. One, because I have a lot of them, and also I would like to get them used up. Okay, so angry email. I think I'm just gonna, I don't think that's gonna work because I think that email is gonna be too long with these letters. Let me look in my stash of, what should I do? I'm not sure. Okay, so I have some newer Amy Tangerine letters, and let's just see if these work. Now this would be, there's no red here, and unfortunately there's no light blue because I would have used light blue. Let's try the black. And just see, these are kind of transparent. They are transparent. Angry email. I think that will work. And then as far as, I wanted to leave a little note here, I might just handwrite that. So tonight it was Celeste Smith over at Get It Scrapped, and she's been doing a lot of layouts using templates, digital templates, and I almost want to like try that out, but I sort of don't want to, you know. I don't know. I'm kind of committed to like paper scrapbooking, even though I know there are a lot of drawbacks to paper versus digital, but I don't know, I still really like the paper. I don't know, I just do. So, and I just don't want to spend more time on a computer. So there's angry email. Angry email. And then here I'm going to write a little message, and this, the message I think maybe will be in black, in red, maybe not. Let's just try it in black. Okay. I'm just going to write, hey Mac, just know Allison and I have your back. Love, Mom. And I think at the bottom of this email, I'm going to write, while Daddy and I weren't exactly thrilled with the tone you used with the teacher, we were so super proud of the way you stood up for your brother. That's my girl. Mom. Okay, so that was like, my son had an issue with a teacher today, so I sent an email to the teacher, but I read it to my son before I sent it, so he'd be okay with it. Mine wasn't exactly angry, but it was expressing a lot of concern. And so my daughter then, without my knowledge, went and emailed that same teacher and told her how angry she was. And so that was the angry email. She has since sent like an apology email to that teacher saying she was sorry about it. But I still wanted her to know that I was proud of the way she stood up for her brother. Like, that was a good thing, but maybe the method wasn't completely, the best. But I'll give, the intent behind the message was good. So it's all good. It's okay. And we've talked to that teacher, so we're all good. So now let's get some more, just a couple more little embellishments onto this page, so it will look finished, and then we will call it done. Okay. I have some stamps. I never use stamps. Is that what they're even called? Yes, stamps. I'm not going to use them. Surprise, surprise. I could use some washi tape on this page, but I want to look at those stickers first. Let's see. Oh, these might work. I have some kind of I like this from the desk of, because that's like, we were writing emails. So that kind of relates. These are jelly bean soup. And I like that. And then also there's this this embellishment here from jelly bean soup, and it says home is where you can say anything, which kind of goes along with that theme of, you can, there's, I like that. It kind of goes with the sentiment of like, we can be like so outraged at home by something a teacher did, but like, letting the teacher know about that needs a little more discretion than just spouting off an angry email. And I think I got that message across to her. So I like the idea of, oh, she's calling me, of kind of overlapping this. She wants to show me a project that she's working on for school. So I am going to have to, okay, I'm coming. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna be back. I'll be back. We're getting there. I almost feel like this is too many things though. Yes! Okay. Be right back. Hey scrapbookers, I'm back again. It's a busy night in my household. Okay, I'm gonna just add a little detail to this. Home is where you can say anything, and so this is like let's see. I might do it like that. Yep. Okay. I was gonna just make a little something around it and change my mind. Oh goodness, what can I tell you? So I haven't done a lot of scrapbooking lately, and then like as soon as I did some tonight, I swear my whole family was like, "What are you doing? You spend all your time scrapbooking," and I don't. But it was just funny, like because a lot of times we watch TV on Wednesday nights. There's like Survivor and some other shows we watch, and so I was like, I got a few things to do up there, so I'm gonna skip TV tonight. And they were all like, "What?" Like they just didn't they didn't want to have that. But, yeah. And a lot of times, I watch TV with my family, and that's nice family time. But when I've been having a slump in my scrapbooking, and then I'm inspired to scrapbook again, I really try to go with that. So I wanted to make sure that I got to this tonight so that I can get back into my creative flow. Okay, so where do I want to go with this? Maybe just right up there. I don't know. This is from the desk of. And I'm not, I was going to put it here. I'm really not sure. Who cares, right? It's okay. So I'm just going to write from the desk of Mom plus Allison. Because we were the angry letter writers. And what else do we need? Let's see if we can get some doodads from this. So we have some little circles. And, it looks like they're buttons. But I'm not going to poke the holes out. So I think that way they'll just stay looking like circles. And I mainly want to kind of kill this embellishment sheet, so because it's kind of like unwieldy, it's difficult to work with. So I'm going to punch out most of these punch outs so I can throw away the rest of this. And as for these little ones in the middle, I think I will just cut those out because those are so tiny that I think they'll kind of get lost in the shuffle. So those ones will cut out. But the rest of the page I want to throw away. Okay, and we get some stars in here too. Let's use those. Like that idea. Okay, so I have the little stack of like the punch out embellishments. I'm not going to use those on this page. And so I have these circles and stars, and I would like to use these. I thought I had 3 stars. I guess I only have 2. It's okay. So that's going in the trash. Okay, so now we just need to put some of these embellishments on the page. And where should we put them? They're just little. They're not like a big deal. We could put them like kind of going diagonally this way or going diagonally this way. Or I could put them just kind of like behind here. I think that's what I'll do. Just kind of like popping out this way, maybe. I'm not totally convinced. Hold on. So just kind of making a bigger deal of this side of this area of the page, and then maybe one kind of going underneath here, and a star here, and the other star here. And so now I just need to adhere those. And I found my, guess what? I found my Thermoweb sticky dots, my favorite way to adhere little things like this. Yay! I was happy to have found it. It was hiding in plain sight, you know. That can happen. Oh. I think this is the pad I haven't started using yet. So actually, I have no idea where my original Thermoweb sticky dots page was. So the Thermoweb sticky dots are, if you just pull up this up, and then there's going to be these sticky dots on the page, and so your like die cut will just pull up the dots behind your embellishments. Oops. Just going to tuck that kind of behind there. Oh, I lost one of those little dots. Oh well. No big whoop. So, now you can see the little dots. Darn it. I could have been a little more careful about that, but I wasn't. So I am going to poke out the dots now. I'm not going to be embroidering them or whatever. I'm just not. I don't have the patience for that. Not tonight anyways. I'm too busy writing angry emails. Just kidding. Not really. Well, sometimes in life, you know, it's okay to get riled up about something. Not all the time, but, you know, there's times. There's times when maybe it's needed a little bit. Okay, let's see. I have these rub-ons. There is a star. I've got 3 little stars, and I've got 2 little stars, and I kind of like to put one more on there. So let's do the rub-on star. And it's similar enough. I mean, it's a star. So I'm thinking maybe on here, maybe like right there. So we've got yeah, sort of like that. And I usually don't keep very good track of my popsicle sticks, so I use the back of a Sharpie. That works fine for rub-ons. And now I have some of these other rub-ons. And so some of the, you know, Fearless, Totally Wicked, Play All Day, like some of them like Dude or Extreme or Tough could work, but I think I'm not going to use the rest of those. I'm thinking like I'm about done. Yes. I think I'm going to show that there's 2 emails there. I'm just kind of arranging them a little differently, and I think I'm going to call that done. Yes. So there you go, angry email. You think? Maybe just like that. Okay, that's all. I'm back in the game with Calvin Ball, and these weren't pictures from today, but this story was from today. And the date is going to be on the email, so that's cool. I'm really just guessing. I guess I'm just still looking at it because I feel like it's not done. Why don't I feel like it's done? I don't know. So I opened up my little embellishment drawer here, and I had this muffin tin of embellishments, and this was just the first thing that kind of popped out at me. It's a heart, and yeah, there's nothing shiny on this layout, so it's nice to have something shiny. So let's put a little brad here. Somewhere. Where? Maybe here? I don't like the heart and the star together, and I don't really like this on the other side of it. I think I like it here. Like way down in the bottom. Maybe not. Not on top of the sticker. I don't know if I do like it, actually. I like the idea of it, but I don't think I like it in action. Can we get it up here? Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna call it done. Even though I think, oh, here's a star. What's that? Like a shiny star. Let's see if we can get that right here. I liked the heart because it was, you know, the angry email was coming from a place of, it was because we love my son that we were writing it. So that's kind of why I like the idea of the heart, because it wasn't just anger to be angry. It was because we love him so much and we don't want anybody to hurt his feelings. And yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it at that with the one little silvery brad up in the corner. And now I'm done. Okay. Thank you for watching. I am Katie Scott. My blog is called Kiss and Tell Scrapbooking, but I haven't been hanging out there lately. So you can find me on Instagram. And this week, if you're listening now, I have been Instagramming for Big Picture classes, and I have, so there's my feed. You see that, kind of, sort of. Anyways, there's a giveaway, and if you go to an update to remember, there is a class giveaway, and that ends on March 22nd. And so if you follow Big Picture Classes and then you leave a comment on this Instagram post at Big Picture Classes, and you tag a friend, then you and your friend could win a spot in the class. And an update to remember is all about memory keeping using social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest, and it begins on March 27th, 2014. And I am one of the teachers. And so, yeah, I've been Instagramming for Big Picture Classes. And you know what's so kind of interesting is, like, you can put up a layout, and because it's through Big Picture, like 161 likes, whereas if I just post one as myself, I get like maybe 30. So there's just a much larger audience. So that's interesting. It's fun. I've been having fun doing it. Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.